Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you the details of this car. This is the new Dacia Bigster 2026 model with the new powertrain that is available. It is the Hybrid G 150 4x4. So it's hybrid LPG 4x4 and automatic transmission. I will talk about the specs a bit later on. Now let's start with the design itself. The Bigster features the robust styling on the front. Take a look at this grille, and then also the styling for the bonnet, which I am a big fan of. Also the front bumper, see the pattern here, and also these are the fog lights, Y shape of the daytime running LEDs, and here you see also the indicator as well. Let's turn on the lights by pressing the button on the key. You can see it. So the pattern of the grille follows the pattern of the lights. That is a nice attention to details. 4 meters 57 is the length of the car. It is 23 centimeters longer than Duster, and very pronounced C-pillar with the Bigster lettering. Let's check out the wheels. We have the 18-inch wheels on the model in our video, and also the all-season tires. So Continental tires, all-season contact 2. Dimension is here 225/55 R18. The wheel arches give this car a robust styling. They're finished in Starkle, so a special material from Dacia, and the idea is that these with this you don't get scratches easily. So for example, if you're off-roading and you have maybe some parts of trees hanging somewhere, maybe I think you will not get that many scratches as it would be on some other material. Now the design element here makes the car stand out so much in my opinion, and I really love it. Then also this finish for the Journey trim. So there are two top of the line trims, Journey and Extreme, and then you choose which one do you prefer depending on the equipment that you prefer and the styling. So those are the two top of the line models, and again this is the Journey. Moving on to the rear of the car, very pronounced C-pillar with the Bigster lettering if you come closer here. Then the taillights have a bit of a different lighting signature compared to the Duster. And here you can notice the Bigster lettering, 4x4 and hybrid, and these are actually the stickers, and the car locks and unlocks itself because I'm going away. Anyway, this is the sticker, hybrid also sticker. Design element going almost from one side to another, emphasizing the width of the car. Dacia lettering in white, and again the new powertrain for this model, which we will discuss a bit later on, and I will tell you about the technical details. Now the electric tailgate on the Journey trim. You can also open the trunk by pressing the button on the key. 556 liters of space for this model, so for this powertrain. And let me show you here, we have the LPG tank. You can put maybe like smaller elements here on the sides. There is the cover, so you can have it fully covered for maximum privacy. You can have like this, so one section is covered, or roll it backwards. Anyway, now you have the access to the hooks that are on both sides. Here you have the U-clip, so you can attach the Dacia accessories on it. Pulling down the seats is very easy. Just pull these on the sides and the rear seats go down. So very practical car indeed. Now the Bigster is available only as a 5-seater, so no 7-seat configuration. Press this to close the tailgate, and I will turn on the lights again on the key. I want to hear your thoughts on the design. And now we are ready to explore the interior. By the way, very pronounced spoiler here at the back. And here is the interior. You will see the welcome animation. 3-spoke steering wheel. These are the seats for the Journey trim, quite like the Dacia lettering here in the middle. But now let's see it from driver's perspective. And before we do that, the door panel, so huge amount of room here, going all the way from the top to the bottom with this storage compartment. Then the standard switches for the windows and the mirrors. Now let's see how it looks from driver's perspective. We are starting with the wider view. I will immediately start the car. There we go. And here is the layout. The 10-inch digital cockpit in front of us, 3-spoke steering wheel, and the 10.1-inch touchscreen, the new infotainment system from Dacia. This is the drive mode selector, gear selector, and the lovely central console. Now let's change the view and let me show you more details. Steering wheel has got the physical buttons, which is always nice to see, and by pushing this one you change between different views on the digital cockpit, while on these you change what you see here on the right. Various information about the drive are available, or you can have like this more clean design and less information, but bigger layout. Now moving on, U-clip again here. Then the 10.1-inch screen. It does have 3 physical buttons here on the top. The air vents are located below the screen. The AC is on switches, which is always nice to see. So you have this one for temperature, the air blower, and here is where you adjust how you want the AC to work. So you go back. There we go. Hazard lights and lock button. Let's check out the glove compartment. And here it is. Also, I want to show you now the specs for the model in our video. Journey trim, hybrid G 154x4 EDC. This is the price without options, but as you can see, the model in our video also has some additional things. Package Zima 2, which would be Winter 2 with the heated front seats and the steering wheel, as well as the heated front windshield. Then the package City gives you details such as the 360 camera and the sensors on all sides, as well as the blind spot assist. Then the name of the color is SCHISTE Gray, beautiful color in my opinion. And yeah, here is the total price here in Croatia, 33,905 euros and 59 cents. Let's put this back into this glove compartment, which is pretty generous in size. And let's move on. Here is the wireless charging pad, the power supply, as well as the USB-C ports. The gear selector is here, and then the drive mode selector. So this car has got various drive modes, and it's easy to change them. Snow, mud, sand, off-road, eco, and auto. By the way, this car is so capable off-roading. I filmed it, actually it was Duster, but this Powertrain, and yeah, you can watch that video. I was amazed by the things that it can do. I really couldn't believe that it was so capable when it comes to off-roading. The gear selector, and this car has got internal combustion engine mated to a 6-speed dual clutch automatic transmission, and the electric motor is mated to a 2-speed gearbox with disengageable rear axle. Here is the roller, and these are the cup holders, but you can actually remove this and have like the standard storage area. Let's put this back into position. Put this roller for nice clean design. Here we have quite a lot of room. It's pretty deep. Now we are ready for the infotainment system. It's very easy to use it because you have here on the left the shortcuts, so the apps, then the settings, electric. Here is where you can see the energy flow when you are driving. Then the camera views. So cameras on all sides for easier maneuvering, driving assistance. And here you have the perso, so you can configure it out. Before you even start the drive, you configure how you want various systems to work. And then you just need to press this twice, and my safety perso is selected. This will be very useful, especially if you don't want the speed warning as soon as you go just a bit over the speed limit, which is mandatory by law in all new cars in Europe. So you will need to press this every time you turn on the car, but at least you don't need to go into the menus. So thumb up from me. It's very easy to then configure how you want systems to work. Now let's go back, and comfort, parking, those are the settings. You can change the sound of the sensors. Let's leave pure for now. Next up is all road info, and this is very cool because it shows you the angles and also the distribution here, but also you can access the cameras. Again, during the off-road driving, this was very cool and useful. So let's go back, vehicle settings. Now you can have this hands-free lock and unlock, and adjust wiping, cockpit, so the brightness of the screen, and ambient colors. Now the ambient color is just the color of the screen, so it's not the ambient light. Even though I would love to see the ambient lighting, but there are no ambient lights here, so you just have this option to change the ambient color. So for example, if we put the blue one, you will see now that like the theme changes to blue. There we go. But I will put now the green one. I think it suits this infotainment system. Then turn indicator sound volume. High, middle, or low. You can also edit the widgets that you see on the home page. But yeah, let's go back. Vehicle settings. And now the tire pressure. This is the procedure for resetting of the tire pressure monitoring system. And now also some settings. Yeah, the system settings, sound, and so on. Time to also show you the navigation. There we go. You have the lovely 3D view of the buildings. You can also change the appearance, and actually I can show you that. So we can go here to settings. Now you have a bunch of settings for this navigation, map display, and also if we go to appearance, there we go. Now we can put night. There we go. Now we have the night appearance. But let's change it back to the day. And also let me show you the buttons here. So this is for the volume. You can also change it here. By pressing this, you have three options: either minimal display, cleaning screen, so double tap the screen to leave the cleaning mode, and also the standby. On standby, when you touch it, nothing happens. You need to press this in order to get back the standard screen. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Heated steering wheel and heated seats. Also for the passenger. And then the sun visor. Hello there. The lights in the middle, in the roof. And also for the passenger, the sun visor. Now let's check out how much space we have at the back. And by the way, also I need to show you this, the LPG button. So when you press this, then you switch to LPG. You see now the tank is here for the LPG. And if we go somewhere here, gasoline gauge, there we go. And if I press it again, now this is the LPG one, and here is the gasoline one, so the petrol. It changes depending on what you use, so the main one will be on the left. And the pedals are here for changing off the gears of the 6-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. Length of the wheelbase is 2.7 meters. Now we are checking out the rear bench. Really nice detail, the hidden door handle at the rear. Now without further ado, let's jump inside. So this is it. You have the storage compartment here, the air vents. You can also notice the lumbar support here for the front seats, and then you adjust it on the elements that are here on the sides. USB-C ports and the U-clip. So here's where you would again attach the Dacia accessories. Oh, and by the way, just notice that if you pull this middle seat, you do have the cup holders here. I am 1.87 m, and look at the amount of room that I still have. The space here at the back is so generous, and I could definitely enjoy being here on longer road trip as well. So big thumb up from me. Time to talk about the powertrain, and we will start of course with this new one, Hybrid G 150 4x4. Let's mention the components of this powertrain. 140 horsepower, 1.2 liter 48 volt mild hybrid engine at the front axle, then 31 horsepower electric motor at the rear axle, 0.84 kilowatt hour battery. The system output is 113 kilowatts, or around 154 horsepower, and you can drive up to 60% of time in urban cycles on just electric power. You will see that during my point of view test drive in the city, so stay tuned for that as well. 0 to 100 takes 10.4 seconds. Top speed is 180 kilometers per hour. The car has got the dual fuel petrol LPG with 2 tanks, 50 liters each. And those are the specs. Very impressive, do you agree? That is one of the options. Other options include the mild hybrid 140, mild hybrid G 140, and the hybrid 155 powertrains. So tell me in the comments what would be your choice. Another walk around with the lights and indicators turned on, as well as the fog lights at the front and at the rear as well. So this is the position of the fog lights at the front. Then the lovely design for the indicator. And if we move on to the rear, the fog light is located here in the lower section on the left. There we go. Alright guys, so that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do subscribe. We are going on a point of view test drive, so stay tuned for that, and see you on the next one. Bye bye. The car turns on. So that's it. Bye bye.